Namaste guys. In this video, we are going to learn how to do static simulation on this beam. Okay, so I'm going to cover everything from scratch. So if you are a beginner, this tutorial is very useful for you. Okay, so first thing that I have to do is I have to create the beam. So how should I create a beam? Okay, let's see. Very simple approach. I will show you how to approach this problem professionally. So first I will select a plane, click on sketch. Simply draw a straight line as per your requirement. Let's make it 2000. It means 2 meter. For American people, they use different units. After that, I will go to something called weldments. Click on structural member. Just in case if weldments is not showing, what you have to do is simply click on feature, right click on it, click on tabs and look for weldments here and click on it and it will show. If the weldment is not showing here, it simply means that you doesn't install weldments while installing Solidworks. So you have to install it. After that, click on weldments, click on structure membrane, structural member. Now it is asking what kind of units you want to choose. So I choose ISO International Standard. Okay. So what kind of type I want? C, rectangular tube, SB beam, square beam, what kind? So I will choose rectangular tube. It is asking for the size. So choose the size as per your requirement. After that, I need to select a line. So you see, so this is how it looks like. Some people might not like this design. So you can simply go here and change as per your requirement. So this is how a C beam look like, or you can see more as B beam. This one looks much better. Click OK. So we have made it. Okay. The best part is it is a standard beam, size, dimensions, and we will make it quickly. Doesn't make a lot of sketches or etc. Now let's do the simulation. To do the simulation, what I have to do is I have to click on simulation. Do you see simulation tab? No. So click on SolidWorks add-in. Click on SolidWorks simulation. After that, a simulation tab will appear. Click on simulation. Click on here. Click on new study. So what kind of study we are doing? I'm going to do a static simulation. Click OK. So to do a static simulation, we need to define some conditions. For example, where is the load applied, what kind of material is used, what is boundary conditions. After applying all that, we will do the simulations. So first thing that I'm going to define what kind of simulation it is. It is a cantilever simulation. So we know that in cantilever load, one side is fixed, so I need to fix a side. So I will select this face, click on fixture advisor, click on fixed geometry. Okay, so I will select this. Notice something that it is not able to select this face. A question is why. You see that this beam is created by using weldments. So it take as a beam, not as a part. I want to take it as a part. So what I can do, right click on it and treat as solid. Okay. Now, if I go here, click on fixed geometry and select this face, you can see this thing is working and there is no joint sign here. Click OK. So I hope you are able to get my point. For those of you who want to learn more about SolidWorks simulation in deep detail, I highly recommend check out my free SolidWorks simulation course, link in description. Now I want to put a load here. So now let's apply the load. So let's see what kind of problem or issues we face if you use simply. For example, if I click on external loads, click on force and apply this, you see I'm selected the whole top face of the beam, but I don't want it. I simply want to select a circular face where I assume that hey, my load is acting over there. So what I can do, I simply go to the model, select this face, click on sketch. I will draw the shape as per my requirement. For example, I assume that my load is applying on this circle. Now, most beginner mistake what people do, they will use basically extrude cut so that they can select this surface area inside the circle. This is a very wrong approach. Never do this. Here's a correct approach. Click on curves, click on split line, select the sketch. After that, select this face. Click OK. Now you can see I can only select this face, and this is basically what I want. Now what I can do, I will go to my static, this one, and right click on external loads, click on force because I am applying some force load. As you can see, if I'm selecting right now, the load is only applied on the circle. Now it is up to you how much load you want to apply. Let's say I'm applying 500 Newton. Click OK. One more thing that you notice that I got this arrow. The reason is that I doesn't apply material to it. So I will right click on it, apply favorite material, or apply for material here. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm applying plain carbon steel. Okay. Now what I can do is everything is done. Now if you go here, click on create mesh. So you can increase or decrease the quality of mesh. Fine mean better quality, but it will take a lot of time. So you need to optimize as per your requirement. In my case, this is fine. Click OK. It will take some time to create mesh. So you can see these all small triangles. So these points are called mesh. Okay. So higher these are, better will be the quality of result. After that, to run the simulation, simply click on run the study. It will take some time. That's a quite heavy task for my computer. Now you see, I got the result. So you can see stress generate, and if I right click on displacement, you can see how much displacement is done. Now a common mistake done by the beginners, that one time I created a SolidWorks simulation tutorial, and a guy pointed out that, hey, that my yield stand basically above the materials fracture limit. Okay, so try to understand. For example, if I put a load of 5 billion Newton, does this beam stand a chance? The answer is no. But SolidWorks will show that it will bend. The reason is that SolidWorks only show what is the displacement, or stress generate. It doesn't tell you whether it will break or not. You are an engineer, so you must know what is the stress point and strain. It will only show me the values. For example, if I create a mirror glass or a glass material, and I put a load of 10,000 Newton, we all know it will shatter like a shatter. Okay, but in SolidWorks it will show bend. Okay, as we all know that it will create a stress and break it out. So you need to understand with the data what it is showing. You are an engineer, so you must know whether will work or not. Now let's try to understand how about this stress strain and how to see more detail. So if I click on plot tools, I click on iso clipping. So iso clipping is basically used when, for example, you want to see uh, which stress is greater than or less than. For example, I want to see where the stress value is greater than this value. So you can see this value. So if I make it 0, you can see this is the lowest stress. But if I increase this value, you can see here the stress is maximum. So I can see where my stress is maximum. Okay. After that, uh, here you can see displacement. Now if I want to animate it, what I can do, click on animate. Okay. You see it's quite slow. So first click on this and increase the frame rate if you want, let's say 30. Click on play. It will take some time, but once it's done, it will do it fast forward. So basically this thing defines how much frames are in your animation. So you can see now the simulation animation is quite good, and you can see your strain generate animation. You can also save this file, save as AVI, and choose the location as per your requirement. And this is the strain graph. Suppose you want to get custom graph or custom something, so you can also define factor of safety, stress plot, etc. So let's see how to plot define factor of safety plot. So I will go to the define factor of safety, set upper limit. Let's say upper limit is 10. Click next. Multiplication factor is 1. Factor of safety distribution. Let's say area below factor of safety. Let's say if the factor below is 5, then it will click OK. So this is a factor of safety, and in that way you can plot various kind of graph. You can use results as equations. For that I recommend please check out my deep detailed course of how I plot these graphs, because I already made a course that is free of cost. Again, it is a free of cost course. It is on YouTube, so just go out there and watch the video. It will help you a lot, trust me, because I've covered deep detail. For example, stress, all these things I cover them. So I highly recommend please check out that. And I hope you guys learned something from this. If you have any kind of doubts and queries, feel free to ask. Okay, so thanks for watching and have a great day. Namaste.